love when I don't hear a lot of information about a film. It has no marketing. I didn't really hear much about it. And then when it is dropped on Netflix, I watch it and I'm floored. And that's exactly what happened with the film Steve. And it stars Cillian Murphy, Tracy Ullman, Emily Watson, and a slew of uber talented youth. And that I'm highlighting that because this was kind of the game changer of this film for me, was the acting. Now, let's get into the story. The story is about Steve, who is the headmaster at this institution, or kind of like this school for troubled teens. And he's trying to do everything in his power to keep the doors open, to let this institution thrive and continue on. And during this, they're filming this documentary film which Steve believes is going to maybe help shed some light on the importance of a school or institution like his. The other flip to the story is, yes, you have this story, and it's set, by the way, in one day. Steve himself is struggling with his own mental health issues. And this made me really realize that a lot of times we see people in these roles and these jobs where they're dealing with troubled youth or people with mental illness, and they themselves may be struggling. And it gives you a little insight into that, how much they carry, this weight of the world with them at all times. And this shows. So the story is good, and it's a unique story as well. The cinematography is so wonderful. There's these shots and these angles. So it's not just a shot, but it's the angle of a shot that's so cool. It also has these wide shots that you have, like Cillian Murphy with one of the boys, and it's just so brilliant in making you feel like you're there as a part of the scene, in a sense of them having this really open dialogue that's super deep and at times cheeky, like comical as well. There's several times that I laughed just because the way Cillian Murphy approached this character Steve to deal with these kids that have problems. And then there's this element of music too. They have this drum bass that is throughout the film that's really, really cool. Now, the ending of the film, I don't want to give it away, but you are left to kind of like figure things out on your own, is what I'm going to say. And that, to me, was a really cool element. I liked the way that was delivered to me. Look, I'm giving this a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. I know some people may think that the pacing was off. I did not feel that way. I felt like the pacing was perfect. I thought it was a great story. I think it's storytelling. Check it out now. Steve, out on Netflix.